Alright, this is the Wall 200 with a very, very special guest as always. Darkscythe,
Yep, I'm Big
aka
Slut.
Darkscythe. We're here today to discuss if it's okay for developers to keep delaying games, because holy shit, they're doing a lot of it.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 most notably.
Yeah, and Duke Nukem, probably the worst
Oh man,
offenders,
that was. Oh man.
and it turned out to be complete utter shit.
See that's the problem. Like, it's like there's both sides of the argument. There's one side where, oh, it's okay to delay games because they're taking their time and it's going to eventually become a better game. But the problem is, a lot of times it does not become a better game. It was actually just in development hell and no progress was done and they finally put out a piece of shit.
Yeah, I really get both sides of the argument. He's like, oh, we don't want no bugs or glitches and shit like that. But when a game becomes like 5+ years delayed, then you might want to question it. Luckily, that's the extreme case. That's not always the case. That's like the very, very rare occasion.
And then of course there's Kingdom Hearts 3 where it's been about to be over 10 years.
Yeah, and then we got No Man's Sky, which was delayed a little bit, and that didn't turn out to be so great.
Oh man, like No Man's Sky was just such a big letdown, and I was so hyped for it too. But I'm glad I didn't buy it. I'm glad it's like I learned my lesson with Destiny. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. I can't be fooled again.
Well, I do get some kind of like delays. Like if you don't want to compete with a big title, if you're like this like small studio and maybe you have like a first-person shooter or just a regular, if you're like just a small company that you don't want to go against someone like, Battlefield or COD. And the same, it's like,
Right.
oh, we want to release in July, and then you find out, oh, COD or Battlefield's released in July. Well, whoa, we don't want to really compete with these guys. We'll do it like two or 3 months down the line.
Right. Right.
There's plenty of people have done that, so I'm okay with those kind of delays. That's more of a business decision than anything else.
Exactly. Like, I'm perfectly fine if it's just delayed a couple months, but it just gets to a point where if you're delaying it so long that eventually it's a bad business decision because people lose interest.
Most notable one was what Mortal Kombat X for the PS3, which never came out.
That
They
was
kept delaying
just
that. Like, I knew after the second delay they were not going to come out with that. I was like, well, they're not going to. No.
I just like when I even heard about that, I was just like, that's not gonna happen. Like, why would they? I mean, it's time to drag the PS3 out back and shoot it. Let's
Yeah,
just be
like
honest here. It's been 10 years.
I don't understand why they say, oh, it's just delayed twice, when they knew they weren't going to come out with it. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe they did have all that development in there. That's like a wasted, resources. If they actually did delay it and actually put some kind of effort into it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, because like it gets to a point where it's being developed for so long, and then they decide to cancel it, and it's just all that time and resource and work time,
Right? There's a lot,
money, just so much
everything just
wasted.
going into it. This just seems more and more games are being delayed. You think that's like a
Yeah,
trend, or is just something just coincidentally happening all
I
the time?
I feel it is a trend in a sense because uh, there's just like so many different factors that can lead to as to why there's been so many games being delayed, so many consoles being delayed as well. Like the NX was delayed, of course. It was
Right.
supposed to be out already by now, or at least in a month or so, and it was delayed until March, and it was recently revealed. Recently revealed, but it's just I can understand, if you need more time to work on it, if you need to, smoothing everything out and all, but it's just not okay when it's delayed and the final product is a pile of shit.
Yeah, like it does feel like a trend because pretty much it doesn't really matter if you what release date you do. He's like, oh, we could just delay it 6 months, and the 6 months comes along. It's like, oh well, don't have it out yet. Another 6 months delay. It's like, why don't you just delay it for like 2 years? And if it comes out early, like, oh okay, it's coming out in a few months. Like, why don't they do it that way?
It's just like, it's gonna get to a point where release dates just won't mean anything. It'll be more or less just like a
Maybe you'll get
little,
it.
yeah, a little bit of an estimated release date, not exactly a
Maybe that's
confirmed
what they should
release
do.
date.
It's like, well, estimated out
Yeah.
on July 30th or whatever.
Yeah, if they say estimated, that would save them a lot of flack, I feel.
Yeah, it really would. Wouldn't be too bad of a solution to it, because right now they
Right.
don't have one. There's like, well, it's delayed. Too bad.
For real.
Well, some of the reasons are really good. I think. I know the Friday the 13th. Oh, is it Friday the 13th game that got delayed because they're adding first. Was it single player?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They're like, okay, I understand you're adding a different mode. It was just supposed to be online, completely online.
Yeah, and
Add
I'm
stuff
not
in the
really,
game.
right, I'm not really a big fan of online-only games, so I'm wholeheartedly fine with that.
Yeah, I don't really like those personally. I think a Nest, if you made a time release, wouldn't be so bad. I think gamers would actually understand that for the most part, especially if you really don't know if it's going to come out or not.
Right.
It just seems like a lot of these companies don't really know if it actually is going to come out. It was the Last Guardian is also one of the bigger offenders.
So how much was The Last Guardian delayed?
It's been delayed since I think it was supposed to be with the launch of the PS3, I believe.
That is insane, holy shit.
10 years again.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3, 10 years, Last Guardian, 10 years. And it's just like, the problem with Kingdom Hearts 3, though, getting back to that, is, like, back in '06, I was like, I played Kingdom Hearts 2, and it was not as good as the first one, so I was like, oh man, I can't wait for them to make 3, so, maybe that'll be just as good as the first one, and 10 years later, we still don't have 3.
Yeah, we got what 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8.
Yeah, that's, oh my god, I hate how they're doing that. Like, okay, 1.5, okay, cool, we get Final Mix. Okay, 2.5, okay, we get Final Mix to the second one. 2.8, okay, now you're just pushing it.
Yeah, The Last Guardian has been delayed hell for quite a bit. And it delayed the game because Sony wasn't tackling shit, and they said there's something to do with bugs and glitches and shit like that too.
Well, all I have to say is, if it's delayed, you better fucking make it worth it. Yeah, like, if it's delayed, yeah, Duke Nukem was just terrible. Like, Duke Nukem Forever was just, like, the problem is, the game itself wasn't, like, the worst game in the world. It was, like, but it was just so much hype, and there was just so much of a wait that the expectations were just so beyond what the game actually was. If there wasn't any hype and if there wasn't so much of a wait, then, it would have just, everyone would have just said, okay, it's a decent game, or a mediocre game.
Yeah, at least, but they totally fucked up. Hopefully...
Same thing with Daigatana, to be honest. They delayed that shit as well.
They did, and it turned out to be garbage.
Yep.
Well, Watch Dogs was more overhyped, but they did delay it. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, I did not care for Watch Dogs from when I played it.
Like they have maybe it's just a coincidence. A lot of AAA titles have been just delayed and not so great.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a coincidence, but I do agree. There's a lot of good reasons that what they give out most of the time, and there are some really legitimate reasons, like you don't want to compete with another big title. But
And
you shouldn't really do it.
And the thing is, there are games that have been delayed a lot that did turn out to be really good, like Doom 4. Now, the original Doom 4 would have been but the Doom 4 that we got is good.
Yeah, for once we got a good game that was delayed.
Yeah,
it seems
for
like
once.
really far apart between those kind of titles.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's once in a blue moon you get a game delayed that long.
And
That
it'd be good.
because I mean, Doom 4 was supposed to come out right after Quake 4, and that came
Oh
out
wow,
like in
I didn't know it was that long.
yeah. It's been a really long time.
So, any other thoughts on maybe they should go with the approximate time?
Yeah, approximate
Or
or
be a little bit better.
right estimated release
Estimated.
date or approximate whatever you want to call it. Just add just
At least if it's delayed, it won't be so. Oh, 6 months
right
from
get
now.
right. Give yourself a little cushion is all we're saying.
Comment and subscribe.